This is Coco Vonne with Coco Curves and Beauty, and I am here behind the scenes with enterCONtainment, the stage play brought to you by Superwoman Productions, Miss Kylynn Coleman. They're getting ready to set up now. Showtime is in an hour. We have some wonderful footage for you. We're going to meet the actors and actresses and definitely sit and talk with the audience members and get some wonderful feedback. Stay tuned. So listen, we're about to go in right now and check out the actresses right before they get ready. It's almost showtime, literally what, 45-minute countdown? Let's go see what they're up to. Hello, ladies. Just do a quick scan. This is behind the scenes in their locker room. This is where they're getting hair, makeup done, costume, wardrobe, all that fun stuff. You guys can say hello. You guys ready? It's your night. Come on. It's your night. It's your debut. I'm so excited. I want you all to break a leg. And I will see you guys afterwards. I can't wait. Ready? All right, so we just got done talking to the ladies real quick. Let's go peeking on the fellas and see what they got going on. Listen, Davey!
What's up,
What's going on?
How are you?
Are you ready?
I stay ready. That's what I tell most people, you know.
These for Sam?
Sam here, okay? These two is for mine and my nephew.
Okay.
All right? They're Section A, 4 and 5. That's that.
Okay.
Do it like that.
Boom.
I'm gonna get them both their numbers. Hey fellas, y'all ready for these interviews?
It's not an interview, it's just a quick run through real fast. Just say hey, because y'all have to get ready for scene one. She's not playing. So, listen, we're here with the fellas. You guys say what's up. I'm gonna let him scan y'all.
What's up, man? Give us a hands up.
I'm not a fella. I'm Poison Ivy, and I missed my backstage downstairs, so I'm up here getting it with the boys.
That's why you came up here.
Good back. I came up here because I had to pee. We ain't got no toilet paper.
Fake the pee. Came up here for an interview.
Are you guys ready? Listen, in wardrobe, I'm so excited. I want you all to break a leg. Good luck. And I'll see you guys afterwards. Listen, we're going to start this walking red carpet, so come on, let's go. This is Coco Vonne, and I am here with our first audience member to arrive. Can you tell us your name?
David Reeves.
How'd you hear about this play?
Listening to the CSE posse, and then have a couple of friends and loved ones in the play, so, you know, just here to support the African American community and help push the culture forward.
Some family members told me about it and said I should, you know, check it out. You know, said they were doing some great things in our community, you know, in our city, and I just got excited and wanted to come down.
My friend Alvin Frazier.
Alvin, he knows everybody.
My boyfriend is in the play.
Who was your boyfriend?
Micah Kane.
Ah, awesome. He's got a great role.
Well, my sister is in the play. I'm not, from what she told me, she's like a choir director or something.
Who's your sister?
Val B. King.
So I know earlier you said that you know someone in the play. Who do you know?
Yeah, we know Richie Serro.
So a few of the cast members happen to be friends of mine. We've done a couple of shows together, and when they told me about it, I thought it was phenomenal, and I was not gonna miss it.
My nephew is in the production.
Who's your nephew?
Well, his name is Sean
Wojak.
They call him Wojak.
My man! Did they show you a flyer, but then when you heard it on the radio, let's say that, when you heard it on the radio, what impressions did you get?
That it's going to be, they just kept saying, hold on to your seats, and, you know, hold on to your seats, and it's not your average play. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what's I have in store. I mean, what you guys have in store for us. Wow.
I did. I saw the flyers. I saw it on social media. I shared it.
How did those flyers make you feel? Because they were like super symbolic to what this play has going on?
I was really excited. And it was something that I really wanted to see.
I did. She sent it to me, a link to it.
Somewhat, but he kept it kind of tight-lipped.
Were you able to see like any of the flyers or anything like that?
Yes, I saw a couple of the flyers, and it definitely is intriguing. I think kind of similar to like the Jordan Peele effect, and really kind of thinking like, you know, you can come up with a lot of predictions, but just really being open-minded coming into the play.
What do you think this play is about?
What do I think this play is about? I think it's about just sort of like interpretation. You know, every generation has its interpretation of, you know, where we are as, you know, African Americans, and I believe that this is just you know, another one of those plays, not just another, but I think this is a play that is put on by, you know, individuals of our generation that tells us where we are and who we are as, you know, African Americans.
What do you know about this play so far?
I don't know a whole awful lot other than what I read on the internet about it.
What do you think it's about?
How entertainment is a con.
I know just from what I read online, like it's about like the Black history coming up under white supremacy. So it's about all I know.
Yeah, same. Yep.
So what do you kind of think this play is about?
Well, I know it has a little bit to do with, you know, the Black experience under white supremacy, but I really don't have an idea in terms of the plot or what to expect, which is kind of cool, I think, going into it, to be open-minded.
Superwoman is that type of producer. She's here to kind of mind blow you versus
I like that.
Giving you all of it up front. Listen, this play is turning emotions and feelings and making it very realistic to what we have going on today. Let's go see who we can find inside the theater still. How do you feel halfway through?
Halfway through, I would say a few words that come to mind, like with regards to this play: artistic conviction. Artistic conviction. What I mean by that is that there were things that were said, well, basically the fact that you have a play that's putting like our actions and our history in front of us and saying, this is what we are, now what are we going to do about it? Because you can't change the past. You know, history is history, and us learning the history, we're doing that for a reason. But putting that history in front of you gives you an opportunity to say, okay, this is what the cards we have in our hand, how are we going to play this out? So artistic conviction is, you know, one thing I would say the first half, like, you know, conveyed to me. And I'm glad that I was able to gain that.
Wow, that was very, very insightful right there. What about you?
I don't know how I'll, follow that up, but you know,
Good luck.
just seeing those awesome monologues, the awesome monologues that they had, starting from, you know, Africa and coming all the way to present day. Just seeing the artistic expression makes you really think about, you know, things that you need to do within yourself, like reprogramming some of the things that you may, you know, encounter and things of that nature.
Listen, we're inside the theater now. It's intermission. We're just going to go follow up with a few people and see what they got to say so far.
Hey, what's up?
Hey!
How you been? You all right?
How are you?
Good to see you.
Were you able to catch the play from the beginning?
Yes.
How do you feel about it so far?
Oh my goodness, amazing, amazing.
How long time no see? Tell everybody your name.
My name is Ramon Fields.
Platinum Dream Days.
Oh
It was
my God,
early
yeah,
to-
good time. And it's crazy 'cause I was seeing you like on the radio show with Dave. I'm like, I know her. Wow.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm real good friends with Dave. Miss Moon is my cousin.
Awesome.
And I'm real good friends with Anwar too. But they doing an awesome job so far. Actually, I'm glad I ran into him because I thought it was over. I was about to leave.
Oh no!
But he said it was intermission, so I'll be here for the
So
rest.
far, you feeling it? It's
Oh my God.
as
I
of
have
right
to give-
now.
I
Have
have
you
to
learned
commit.
anything new that you maybe didn't?
Well, I'm basically familiar with everything, but it's just everybody needs to hear this though. People need to see this because it's reality, and it's just this still got to change. You know, it should have been changed, but we still got time. Things can happen, so you know, something can happen.
Well, thank you. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. I'm trying to find. Listen. So, how are you guys feeling so far about the play?
I'm enjoying. I'm gonna let her do the commentary because this is what she does.
So,
I thought it was amazing. I really enjoyed the way that you took that piece of history and slowly marched it forward. And then every single time, because it's like Dr. King's Chaos in Community, like every time there's a forward moving or progress for black people, you had white influence come back and push right against it. The soliloquies are beautiful and amazing. I really enjoyed not just hearing a little bit of music, but it's beautiful poetry and the pain that's being expressed. And just from every single level, you feel what these people actually went through, like our people. So it's visceral for me. I just think it's amazing. And I just like the realism, especially you have like this character that's like Dr. King, but then there is his wife like, you know what? This is what's really going on. And I don't know how I'm supposed to pray to this God, and how I really enjoy it.
That's just only halfway through. And this is the feeling and the emotion that this play, enterCONtainment, is sparking in our audience. So I want you guys to stay tuned, because I'm going to come back with some dope follow-ups. This is just only the beginning. It is not over. Listen, I am following up with Jill and Chelsea. This is their loved one that was in the play. Listen, how do you feel?
I thought it was a great show.
Now, I know you said you hadn't been to any plays, and I'm sure you definitely haven't been to a play like this. What is one word that you will go tell somebody else about this play?
It's an experience.
An experience, and that it was. Thank you so much, Chelsea. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Jill. You did phenomenal, my love. Let's go see who else we can find. Please. I know you've been here a while.
Yes, yes.
Okay. But if you could describe this play in one word, what would you go run and tell a person?
Ooh, one word? I only get one word? Oh, change.
Change. Why do you say that?
We have to be the change that we want to see, just like they say.
Is that kind of like what you got out of the play?
Definitely, definitely. There were multiple messages that were delivered throughout the show, and I enjoyed the delivery. I really
stood out
enjoyed
more to you?
Oh goodness! Like I said, it's just change. We have to be the change that we want to see.
Was there like a particular scene though that made you feel like, yeah, like more something you related to?
A lot of the history. I'm a history buff, so definitely the history.
Knowing that, do you feel like this play really touched on the black history?
Definitely.
Not so much of what they talk.
Definitely, definitely. And it's funny because I was just talking to my kids about it. It starts at home, so you got to teach your children where they come from and what actually happened. You're going to hear something different in school, but...
But this is what really happened. You're absolutely right. Well, thank you for following up with us. I greatly appreciate it. What's your final one word to summarize this play?
My one word to summarize this play: excellence. Excellence.
Why?
Why? Because I learned something. It taught me about myself. It taught me about who I was as an individual. It taught me my history. And this gives me an opportunity to look in the mirror and say, okay, again, given where I am and where we are as a people, what am I going to do about it?
Was there a particular scene that stood out to you the most?
I like the Betsy Ross scene with the knitting of the flag, and it reminded me of a Paul Mooney joke, how he was in the back and he was just like, you know what, I want to get somebody to knit this flag. So she takes it upon herself to act like she's getting ready to do it, but Paul Mooney said that, hey, you know what, it wasn't her that actually did it. It was some big, black buck-toothed black woman in the back that did it, named Bertha, who actually knitted it, and then she took the credit for it. So, I mean, and with the whole thing with the stars and all that stuff, she was like, Betsy Ross was like, what's all these stars over here? And she was like, well, you know what, I was, knitting so far into the morning, I started to see stars. And she was like, well, go ahead and put them in the flag and shut the hell up and cook some chicken and grits, So, but excellence is what I get out of this, just us to, have an opportunity to see ourselves and, yeah.
Awesome. Black excellence. Black excellence. And for you, what's one word you would use?
Change. I mean, change starts with yourself.
Listen, somebody just told us that. So that's funny. What scene made you feel like change was really needed? You had to
Just the beginning where they had we had to go through the history. We went through the history from where we were kings and rulers of a country to modern days where Dave got arrested. Seeing that whole scene, how the progression just changed, it just made me think. It just makes you think like of things in yourself that you could do better to help push the Black community forward. So just change. Superwoman, you did an awesome job.
You did an amazing job.
You did an awesome job too.
Thank you.
You did an awesome job too.
Thank you. All right, let's move on. Let's see who we can see. It's the end of the night, and I'm back with Miss Desi and Miss Cicely, and they're going to give us a little bit of feedback on how they felt about tonight's show. I want your true honesty. Don't hold anything back. Let us know how you feel.
Well, I really enjoyed it, and it made me think a lot about the movie Get Out when I was watching it, just how many times our culture and our actual abilities are used against us. It's kind of a sense of the golden handcuffs. You offer someone money in order to usurp and use their own power. So I really enjoyed also the whole you need to free yourself, you need to save yourself. That choir moment really resonated with me.
What about you, Miss?
I enjoyed it. Talking to Valerie, and she told me some of about what the play was about, so I definitely can see the con side of the entertainment. I mean, I already saw it, have seen it, with my grandfather and some of the stuff he went through, and so to see it portrayed up there, it was definitely, I think it's a story that needs to be told. And I think the way it was told was good. Just, the crowd seemed to, toward the end, the second half, seemed to be more receptive, it seemed like. The first half, it kind of, a lot of laughing and stuff like that. But I enjoyed it. I did. I enjoyed it.
Now, when you guys leave here and you got to go tell a friend, a family member about this play, if you had to describe it in one word, how would you describe this play?
One word. Wow, that's difficult. Illuminating.
Why?
Why? Because it really kind of pulls the curtain back. So you see what's going on behind the scenes and how things are really being affected by what's happening off stage. So like in almost every interaction you have, there are other things from your past that are coming into play to affect where you are right now. So it was illuminating to me.
I would say, I know it's more than one word, thought-provoking, and that's because even though there were some technical difficulties with hearing, I really listened to what was being said and thought about what was being said. And that was, even though you maybe couldn't everybody hear it, I kind of had some, was told kind of ahead of time a little bit of what the play was going to be about. But just, it, and then the research that I've done on my own, it just kind of helped reinforce that too. So for me, it was like, and I think even if you didn't have a background and you hadn't researched it, if you could hear it and listen and pay attention to the message, it makes you think.
I absolutely agree. I couldn't ask for any better feedback. Thank you, ladies. So one of the stars of the show, Mr.
Edwin McCleary. My name is Rich Sarrow.
And earlier we were able to talk to some of his family members, and we got a little feedback on, your story and why this was an important play to you. Now that I have you though, how about you tell me yourself? How do you feel?
I would say reiterate what they said. My mother was very involved. I used to help her with her lines. It was nothing that I ever really wanted to dive into, to be honest with you. But Superwoman asked me to be a part of the production. I explained to her I had no experience.
You couldn't tell.
Yeah, I'm sure. But no, she asked me, and when I heard the message, I was all on board. So been.
How do you feel now, this being your first time? You know, I'm sure your mom is super proud, but how does it make you feel to really accomplish one of her goals, her dream?
Honestly, pretty cool. It was a great experience. I had a blast doing it. All the cast members are fantastic. Very, very talented group. For a first-time production, to be able to be around Mr. Albert Frazier, Shaitan, I could go down the line. They helped me tremendously. So it was honestly a wonderful experience.
Thank you so much. Now listen, over to your family. Now who is this to you?
This is my cousin Steve.
Steve. You know, you didn't talk, so I'm assuming you don't speak, but it's okay. You just nod, okay? If he says something, you just shake your head no. Blink if you're okay. Okay. So now, it's all said and done with. If you only had one word to explain your experience tonight, what would that word be?
One word. It was unexpected.
Why you say that?
Because it truly was not what I was anticipating. It went in for a while it was what I thought it was going to be, and then it kind of went a different direction, and it was enjoyable nonetheless. It just was different from what I was thinking it was going to be. Yeah.
What did you think it was going to be?
I thought the tone early on, where we were doing history, and I thought it was going to be more along those lines, and I expected it to be controversial. And I didn't find it controversial, and there was more humor intermixed in it than I was expecting it to be. So, like I said, it was just very unexpected.
And now we're here. So overall, how do you feel? Like, do you feel like there's need for change? Do you feel like
there's no doubt there's need for change. We've made a lot of progress, but we're not there yet, and we have to have conversations, and they're difficult conversations, but we have to be able to sit down together and be open and be honest, and not because we want to argue, but because we want to listen and learn. And I teach, and if I can get that message through to students, then maybe we're taking more steps in that right direction.
Awesome. Well, thank you for your feedback. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you. Blink. You okay? Yes, he's okay. He's alive in there. Yes.
Thank you.
Well, thank you so much.